How's it going, football fans? Here we are on the field, Basil Rudder Field, the site of Friday night's monster matchup in the TVC-Ohio. It's Goliath versus Goliath, the clash of the Titans, a battle of undefeateds, whatever you want to call it. It's undefeated Nelsonville-York at undefeated Athens. We've been looking forward to this matchup all season long in the TVC-Ohio. Not only is the Doc Kroner Trophy on the line, playoff implications on the line, home playoff games could be determined by the winner of this matchup. Also bragging rights around the area, guys. All the amazing talent on the field Friday, let's get down to the matchups. Athens' offense has been just great all season long, but that Nelsonville-York defense has been dominant.
Well, for the Athens offense, it's really going to start under center with Michael Germano. Now, senior quarterback Josh Skinner, he's led this team all year long, but he suffered that dislocated shoulder. He didn't play last week against Wellston, but Michael Germano came out and impressed. I imagine he'll get the start tonight. He's going to be a big help for Devon Sharp, who really struggled last week, but all year long he's been the catalyst for this offense. 24 touchdowns on the season. He's going to need to take advantage of this speedy turf if he's going to take care and really handle that Nelsonville-York defense.
Well, with the Nelsonville-York defense, the issue for them is containing that Devon Sharp speed. The ends, including Daniel Klein, have to keep him inside, force him back inside to Kuhn and friends. That's Jacob Kuhn, Nelsonville-York's dominant defensive tackle, and Dakota Hook. He's an undersized linebacker, but trust me, he has the toughness, the instincts to keep up with Devon Sharp, and that's going to be key for them. Ultimately, it comes down, can they contain Devon Sharp? Germano's going to have to air it out to give him some running room.
Well, I'll tell you what, no one's been able to stop Devon Sharp, especially here at Basil Rudder Field on this turf. He's been just dynamic all season long. It'll be a tough test for the Buckeyes. But other side of things, the Nelsonville-York offense has been great, scoring over 34 points a game almost at will. And this Athens defense has also been dominant, so there's some good matchups on the other side of the ball.
Absolutely. I mean, when you talk about that offense, you have to give credit to the offensive line, no matter what they've done. Nathan Dean has had protection on naked boots, regular drop-back passes. The skill position has been great, but eventually you turn back to Dustin Young, a man who has 26 touchdowns and over 1,600 total yards of offense. The issue for them is get him going, and then Nathan Dean play-action pass to a 6'4" wide receiver on the edge. That has been the combination and the formula Dave Boston has used to a 9-0 record and 44 points a game.
Well, it certainly will be tough for them to keep up that trend this weekend against a speedy Bulldog defense who has let up only 11 points per ball game so far. They're anchored by Mitch Ryder, who is continuing his vie for Defensive Player of the Year in the conference, but they also are aided by the return of Chris Russell, that fullback-linebacker combo. We know this is a secondary that can pick off the ball, and they're going to be looking for Nathan Dean all game long. If they can win those battles in the secondary, turnovers will be a key to victory.
Well, we know Devon Sharp and Dustin Young are going to be the guys everybody's eyes will be on the field Friday night, but in games like this, seems like there's always X factors that come up. What will the X factors be Friday night to determine a TVC-Ohio champ?
I think for Nelsonville-York is the special teams game, specifically the return game. They have a solid return game themselves, but it's containing Devon Sharp. When he gets out into the open, he is so explosive. He refuses to go down, and he has an uncanny balance about him. If they can prevent a special teams touchdown by Devon Sharp, I think that is the X factor for Nelsonville. Make sure that he doesn't get a big play on special teams and even a big return that gives their offense a short field. That'll be key for Nelsonville-York this Friday.
For Athens?
I'm going to have to agree on the special teams side, but not quite in that same sense. For Athens, this is a team that really is without a true kicker. They've been struggling on extra points all season long, so I imagine they were going to go for 2 after every score. Could that be the difference? This has been a game that's been decided by 1 point in the last couple years. If Athens can't really take advantage of those 2-point conversions after the scores, they could be in trouble come Friday.
Guys, these two teams against common opponents have put up almost identical stats. These are two very similar teams in a lot of ways. What are you guys' predictions? Who's going to win the TVC-Ohio championship?
Well, I'm going to have to lean towards Athens. They're at home here. It's really scary how similar these seasons have been for these two squads, but here at home, they both play on turf. It's a pretty big push, but I'm going to have to take Athens in a nail-biter, similar to last year, 28-27.
Okay.
For me, it's going to be another 1-point game for me. This is an almost impossible pick, but I'm going to lead towards Nelsonville-York. I think those extra points and the inability to have a solid kicking game for them, ultimately, Nelsonville-York takes this one 35-34 in another nail-biter and a classic here in the TVC-Ohio.
Well, a lot of points will be thrown on the board come Friday night. It's been two dynamic offenses. Anytime you have Devon Sharp and Dustin Young on the field, points will be scored. These have been two great teams all season long. We've been looking forward to this matchup so much that Gridiron Glory will be broadcasting live from Basil Rudder Field. After the game, we'll have the winning coach on with us to talk about the amazing run that one of these teams went on to capture an undefeated season at TVC-Ohio Championship. Pre-sale tickets for this game are on sale at Athens High School and Nelsonville-York High School, so be sure and gobble those up while you can, guys. This is going to be a great atmosphere, a great game come Friday night. Be sure and stick around with us afterwards for Gridiron Glory. That's all for now. For Blake Brodie, Justin Sampson, and Frank Bumb, that's all for this time. We'll see you Friday night.